Hi, my name is Amanda Rocha. I am an estate planning and probate attorney in California, and today we are going to talk about irrevocable life insurance trusts, otherwise known as ILITs. Before I get into that, I want to give you my contact information. You can find me on my website, www.amandarocalaw.com. You can comment down below if this platform allows you to do that, or you can find me on social media at Amanda Rocha Law. Why are we even going to discuss ILITs? Well, someone recently brought this topic up to me who is a financial advisor, and it made me realize that most people, when they hear these terms, don't actually fully understand what they are, because I've had clients say to me, I need to get a life insurance trust, but they don't really fully understand what it means. So let me break it down for you. First, there are many different kinds of trusts, over 25 different kinds of trusts. I can think of 27 off the top of my head when I was writing them down the other day. So an irrevocable life insurance trust is one kind, but it is not the only kind of trust that you can use when life insurance is involved. For example, if you have an estate that does not trigger estate tax, and in California in 2020 that's $11.7 million or more. So if your estate is worth less than that and you have, let's say, a life insurance policy of $1 million even, or $5 million, and you still haven't triggered that, you don't necessarily need to have an irrevocable trust set up to make sure that those funds are distributed where you want them to go. First of all, life insurance policies are beneficiary accounts, okay? So you know, if you've had one before, that you need to name beneficiaries. Otherwise, the life insurance policy lapses and that money won't go anywhere. One thing that you can do with a life insurance policy is to name your trust, your regular trust, your revocable trust, your revocable living trust, as a beneficiary, and then your backup beneficiaries on your life insurance policy would be the people that you actually want to have it. But the reason we want to put it in trust is so that if you want to combine it with other assets of yours, it can be given that way, and also it will not count at all for probate. Life insurance doesn't go through probate, just so you know, but it will be counted for probate purposes as far as your estate total and estate tax total. Another way, and you'll need to call your life insurance company. Let me clarify this. Just listing the beneficiary as your trust is not a good idea unless you contact your life insurance policy to begin with, because they might actually need to do this in another way, which would be to have the policy in the name of your trust instead of having the trust listed as your beneficiary. So it's really going to depend on your policy itself, and you need to have your estate planning attorney and your life insurance company working together on this so that this doesn't get messed up. You pay for this for a reason. You don't want it to be mishandled. So generally, people will ask for an irrevocable life insurance policy or a life insurance trust when their estate is over the estate tax value limit. So if you have an estate worth over $11.7 million and you don't want taxable income, or you don't want taxes on that additional money, then what you could do is set up an irrevocable life insurance trust. So what it means is, and I'm going to try and keep this as the least amount of boring as I can. If you have this money, what you would do is you set up the trust. You are not the trustee of your trust. You cannot touch the funds once it's in the trust. You cannot be your own trustee for this one. And once it's created, that's it. It's irrevocable. It's very, very, very difficult to take that away. You would commit to paying premiums to the trustee, and then the trustee would take out a life insurance policy on your behalf, but named under the trust, and pay the premiums annually with the money that you've gifted the trustee. That way, the money is being taken out of your hands and will not be counted for your estate. There are a lot of nuances with this, and I can make a complete other recording about why I don't necessarily think that this is the best idea to go with. But one of the main reasons why I don't think this is always the best idea, or I guess I'll give you two. First is you're committing to having this gift taken out every year until either the policy limit has been reached or you've passed away. And we just don't know for sure that you're always going to have that money available. And what happens when you don't? Then there's a default, a defect, and your policy will no longer be effective, and there's all sorts of issues with that. Another issue is the estate tax amount changes frequently. Right now it's going to go up until I think 2026, but President Biden is considering lowering it significantly, and so that might change, and if it keeps going up, that might change. So there's too many moving factors if you are young and of good health to have this be your only option. So an irrevocable life insurance trust can be a wonderful tool if it's for the right person. It is not for everyone, and it is not just because you have a life insurance policy. Please talk to an estate planning attorney if this is something you're considering and in your state. I'm in California. If this is something you have questions about, please call me. Contact me through my website, www.amandarochala.com. You can comment down below if this platform allows you to do that, or you can find me on social media at Amanda Rocha Law. This is something that needs to be worked through. It is different for every person, and just because you have a life insurance policy does not mean that you need an ILIT. Thank you.